You're lying awake right now. Maybe it's 11 at night, maybe it's 2 in the morning, and you're scrolling through your phone looking at your bank account, your investment account, maybe both. And something feels off. Not wrong exactly, just off. Like you're doing everything you were told to do, and somehow the numbers still don't add up the way they should. Here's what I need you to understand. That feeling isn't a coincidence. Something is actually happening right now in 2026 that is quietly reshuffling who builds wealth and who doesn't. And most people have absolutely no idea it's occurring. My name is Mr. Penny, and I spend way too much time thinking about the invisible forces that separate people who build real financial security from people who just look like they're building it. If you're someone who feels like you're working hard, doing the right things, but somehow still feels financially stuck, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. So, what is the 2026 Wealth Reset and why does it matter to you personally right now today? Look, every decade or so, something shifts in the financial landscape. Not dramatically, not with headlines screaming at you. It shifts quietly, and the people who recognize it early reorganize their financial lives around the new reality. The people who miss it spend the next 10 years wondering why nothing seems to be working anymore. Here's what's happening. We are in the middle of three simultaneous shifts that are compressing together in a way that has not happened in recent memory. And the combination of these three things is creating what I'm calling the 2026 wealth reset. Let's break each one down because the math here is genuinely alarming. Shift number one, the cost of being a functioning adult in America has permanently repriced. This isn't inflation noise. According to Bureau of Labor Statistics data, the cumulative cost increase in housing, transportation, and healthcare since 2020 has outpaced wage growth for median earners by roughly 23 percentage points. That means a household earning the median income of around $83,000 today has significantly less real purchasing power than that same household had 5 years ago. You did not imagine that your money feels different. It is different. The math changed underneath you while you were busy just trying to keep up. Shift number two, the savings rate among working Americans has collapsed. Federal Reserve data shows the personal savings rate dropped dramatically from pandemic highs, hovering now around historic lows. Here's what that actually means. Most households are running on fumes. One unexpected expense away from credit card debt, one job disruption away from real financial crisis, the buffer is gone. And here's what's really interesting about this. The households that are building wealth right now are not the ones earning dramatically more money. They're the ones who rebuilt that buffer while everyone else spent it. Shift number three. And this is the one that genuinely keeps me up at night. The compounding gap between people who are invested and people who are not invested is accelerating at a pace that will be genuinely staggering to look back on in 2036. Here's the thing most people don't realize. When markets go through volatile periods, the people who stay invested and keep contributing are quietly purchasing assets at discounted prices. The people who pause, wait, or pull out are locked out of those exact recovery gains. Research consistently shows that the average investor dramatically underperforms the market, not because they pick bad investments, but because they make emotional timing decisions at exactly the wrong moments. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but what does any of this have to do with a wealth reset? Everything. Because what happens during these periods of financial compression is a sorting mechanism. Some households come out the other side with significantly more wealth than when they went in. Others come out behind where they started, and the determining factor is almost never income. It's structure, it's decisions, it's what you do in the next 90 days. Let me make this concrete with real numbers because abstract financial advice is essentially useless. Take two households, both earning $95,000 a year, both have similar fixed costs. The first household has been in what I'd call financial drift mode. No clear investment strategy, contributions paused or inconsistent, savings absorbed into lifestyle expenses as income grew slightly over the years. The second household automated their investment contributions 2 years ago, kept them running through market volatility, and has been consistently investing around $800 a month into a basic diversified index fund portfolio. At 8% average annual returns, which is below the historical average for diversified portfolios, Household 2 has approximately $21,000 more than Household 1 after just 2 years. That gap sounds manageable. Stay with me. In 10 years, that gap, because of compounding, becomes roughly $139,000. Not because Household 2 is smarter, because Household 2 built a structure and didn't interrupt it. Here's what most people don't realize about this moment specifically. The wealth reset isn't something that happens to you, it's something you choose to participate in or get left behind by. And the window for positioning yourself on the right side of it is not infinite. So let's talk about what you actually do. Because I'm not here to just explain what's happening, I'm here to give you the specific moves that matter right now. Step one: audit your financial structure this week. Not your budget in the traditional sense, but your actual structure. Write down every dollar that leaves your account automatically each month. Fixed costs, subscriptions, debt payments, everything. Then write down every dollar that goes toward building your future. Investment contributions, savings automation, anything that's working for you while you sleep. The ratio between those two numbers is the most important financial metric you have right now. If the second column is dramatically smaller than the first, that's your starting point. Step two: close the open tabs. Um, Here's a concept that changed how I think about debt. Research published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences found that closing debt accounts, completely eliminating them, produces measurable reductions in anxiety and actually improves cognitive functioning. The brain doesn't track the dollar amount of debt, it tracks the number of open obligations. Every debt account is a cognitive tab running in the background, consuming mental energy you could be using to make better financial decisions. The wealth reset rewards people who eliminate obligations, not just reduce them. Step 3: automate and increase. Set up automatic investment contributions if you haven't already. Then schedule a 5% increase every January. I know 5% sounds trivial. On $400 a month, that's $20. But research from Charles Schwab shows that investors who increase contributions by even 1% annually end up with 25% more wealth after 2 decades than those who keep contributions flat. $20 today, compounding for 20 years at 8% is not $20. It's a completely different number. Look, here's the honest truth about the 2026 Wealth Reset. The people who will look back in 10 years having genuinely transformed their financial position are not going to be the people who found some clever strategy or timed the market perfectly. They're going to be the people who recognized that the ground was shifting, made clear decisions about which side of that shift they wanted to be on, built a simple automated structure, and then had the discipline not to blow it up when things felt uncertain. The sorting is happening right now. Quietly, without announcements, without anyone handing you a moment where it's obvious which choice to make. The reset doesn't wait for you to feel ready. The only question is whether you're building the structure today or explaining to yourself in 2036 why you didn't. Are you ready for what's coming? The 2026 Wealth Reset is already reshaping who wins and who gets left behind financially. And here's the truth most people aren't talking about yet. The ones positioned correctly right now will build generational wealth while everyone else scrambles to catch up. This isn't speculation. This is pattern recognition based on everything we're seeing unfold in real time. If this video gave you clarity, do me one favor. Smash that like button because it tells me you want more content like this. And subscribe because what's coming next in this series will change how you see money forever. Don't sleep on this moment.